Hi, Mr. Hoorn.
Hey, Kevin, good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I have Bryan Van Hoorn here with me right now. I'm going to be interviewing today as part of my interview. Thank you very much for taking the time to meet with me today.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, anytime.
Well, great. I guess just start by talking a little bit about what do you do and where do you work?
Okay. I work for a company called Pervasive Software. Basically, what we do is we help our clients take data from one location, move it into another, and do any sort of transformations, anything they would need to do in the middle. That's one of the products that we offer. That's the one that I work with the most. What I do in my daily job is actually interact with our clients and customers to tell them, based on what you need to do, here's the solution we can provide, and then I can actually implement that for you, or assist you in implementing that for yourself. So I get to do a little bit of coding on my own and a little bit of consulting and actually helping other people do their work. So it's pretty fun, pretty satisfying.
Excellent, cool. What does the company do outside of what you work on?
We have numerous products dealing with data. We own a P-SQL database that's ours. We have a product called Data Rush that's used for moving data around also. We have, I cannot think of, Data Profiler is the name of the other product that actually looks through your data, pulls out anything that has bad values, has things that don't really fit in, so it kind of helps you clean out your data and get rid of things that you don't need. So the products can all kind of work together to create one big data solution for a company.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Can you tell me a little bit about, within your own organization that you work, what kind of chances are there for advances, raises, things along those lines to help someone move up the corporate chain?
We get quarterly reviews done by our first line management, and out of those reviews come bonuses and things like that. Bonuses can take the form of cash or stock options sometimes, so it's kind of nice to get that. Raises are done annually based on your last few quarterly reviews plus an annual review that kind of covers everything. So that's kind of how that works. I think, what was the other half of that question?
Just any type of promotion to be able to work up
Okay.
the corporate chain, whether it's raises, bonuses, or even chances for advancement.
Chances for advancement lately have been very prevalent. Our company is growing like really, really quickly nowadays.
Excellent. Yeah.
I work on a team of, I want to say, about 20 people, and we're hoping to hire one new person every month for the next year.
Oh, wow.
So we're looking to increase our staff load by 50%. And coming out of that, we're going to need another new manager to step up. They just expanded from one manager to two, and so now there's a third slot opening up, which I'm not really in the running for because I am relatively new with the company, but
Understandable, yeah.
I've kind of got my eye on that somewhere down the line. So what I'm doing now to try to get ready for that is just learn our product as much as I can, be able to take on any kind of project they can hand me and knock it out of the park, basically.
Excellent.
So I think if I show proficiency there, then that'll indicate that I can move up to a level where I can help other people do their work and then maybe coordinate some of their work as well.
Okay. With all this growth that's going on with the company, is it mainly, for the people already with the company, is it more kind of a horizontal movement into positions, or is there anyone moving up the chain?
I have seen one guy on my team kind of moving up the chain. It's kind of in that gray area in the middle where he is taking on a little more responsibility, and he is coordinating the work of a few other people, but he hasn't really changed his title or anything. It's more of just an unofficial kind of promotion, I guess, or a position where he's taking on a little bit different work.
Twice as much responsibility, and you get a pay increase with a pat on the back, basically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, great. I guess, too, as far as any team building or anything, do they do any team building or morale building within your company?
Actually, they have been very good about that sort of thing. One of the fun random things they kind of do is every Wednesday in the afternoon we have the popcorn machine wheeled in, so they have like a big thing of popcorn and all kinds of candy. So usually when they send the email out saying that it's ready, almost everyone in the building congregates in that room for like the next 15 minutes.
Understandable, yeah.
It's like ringing a bell, like the whole Pavlovian response. Yeah, as soon as you ring that bell, like we are down in that room getting our food. So it's led to some good times to kind of hang out and kind of catch up with people. They have also done quarterly events for our team.
Excellent.
The one that I just missed, and I'm really kind of angry about this, they had a rock band tournament.
Oh, wow.
So they spent a good solid afternoon at the office playing rock band and having contests between different bands that people put together.
Nice.
And I thought that would have been so much fun, but that was like a week before I started working there.
Oh, yeah.
So I just missed it. But they do things like that once a quarter. So I'm kind of looking forward to whatever's going to be coming up next. It'll be interesting to see.
That's great. It seems like it's rare in companies these days. Most of the time they're just kind of turning and burning people and bringing them in. So that's great that Pervasive is doing such to be, bring people together, especially at a time when they're expanding so rapidly too.
And it's one of those companies where I feel like management's very accessible. For instance, I met our chief technology officer yesterday. He happened to stop by my office just to say, hey, I saw your name on an email and I hadn't met you yet.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Hey, good to meet you.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, I was almost starstruck in a way because he is pretty high up there.
Did you get his autograph? Or?
I did not get his autograph. I wish I had.
Yeah.
But the man is incredibly intelligent. So it was very cool to meet him and kind of get some visibility there. But yeah, from what I've heard, all upper management is pretty much like that. Like,
Excellent.
we'll stop by and say hi and see how things are going for the folks down in the trenches, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Well, great. And to talk about probably something a little less cheery of a topic, to look at from the when problems occur. What kind of escalation path within Pervasive and within your own group too, if it's different, would be when problems arise or things need to be taken care of? What kind of escalation path do you have within your structure?
That's something I haven't had as much exposure to just yet, but from what I've heard, because we are the professional services group and we are helping our clients implement our product, when it comes to support for our product, we are, I think, what they call platinum level status, like as high as you can get. So no matter what time of the day or night, if we call in an issue with the product, the support team will be on it right away.
Excellent.
Which is good to know. I mean, if I'm out at a customer site helping them implement something and it can't get in, then I want to be able to say, all right, well, we can get this fixed and get this in, as soon as possible for you, just so the customer feels like we really are giving their needs some attention. Other than that, I have not had much exposure to any sort of escalation process.
Okay. Along with not only just from a support standpoint, but if you were having problems within your own department,
okay.
Yeah, what would be the escalation path as far as that would go? Not only just in the technical term, but if you're having problems with a coworker or something needs to be addressed, things aren't running as effectively as they need to, anything along those lines.
Management has made it very clear that they have sort of an open door policy when it comes to that kind of thing. Technically, I have what I guess you would say 2 project managers, which sounds very office space.
Yeah.
But I could go to either one of them and just say, hey, I'm kind of having this issue working with so-and-so. Can we find some way to sit down and work this out? And I know my bosses would be on top of that right away because they want to have a team where everyone can get along and we get our work done on time, and so we're actually making money for the company. And I know that our director has made it clear that if there are any issues with first-line management, we can go one step up to him, and his door is always open to us as well. And he's the kind of director who stops by a few times a week just to see how things are going and see what we're up to. So I would say management is very accessible and very willing to listen to anything like that.
That's great.
Yeah, it's good to know that our needs actually are going to get addressed if we need that help.
Oh, it's a great feeling. I know nowadays in a lot of companies, people feel like they really have no option other than maybe writing HR or just putting their resume back on Monster and hope that they can find a new job as soon as possible. So
right. Hopefully we don't have to resort to that.
Yeah, no, it sounds like there's an excellent escalation path as far as professional or personal issues that go on there. So that's great. Well, that was all the questions I had for you. It sounds like learned a lot about Pervasive, and from what I can tell, it sounds like definitely of the companies that I'm familiar with, one that's an excellent one to work for. It sounds like not only do they have while they're expanding, they're trying to make sure that everyone is close-knit and working well together, but also that everyone there is, whether you have a C in your title, a V in your title, or you're just some guy who mops the floor, that everyone is... everyone's kind of at a level where they can talk to each other. They can, the doors are always open, and that you can talk to them like they're a normal person. So, sounds like an excellent place to work. And don't be surprised if you see my resume coming your way at some point, possibly to work there.
Yep, if it does, I'll put in a good word for you.
Oh, great! I appreciate that. Thank you very much for your time for coming over, and I appreciate you talking to me today. Well, great, and have a good day.
All right, you too, Kevin.
Thank you.